So let's talk about smart lighting. There's a lot of different ways you can do smart lighting.
Okay.
Smart lighting can be done through lamp modules or outlet or appliance modules. They can also be done through smart light bulbs, and then you can also do like an in-wall switch that actually replaces your light switch with a switch that has a special radio in it. If you choose these actually have enough intelligence in them to control an appliance. It can control a lamp. It can control any number of things.
Okay.
What appliances do you have plugged into your home? What devices do you have plugged into your home?
We have lots. We have, thinking my hair straightener. We have
Hair straightener.
TVs.
Great
Yes,
example
yes.
there. I've heard many women say that they come home and find out that it's
All the time. You
still
walk into
plugged
the
in.
bathroom, Yep.
Yep. Oh my gosh, should I leave that on all day?
Smell
Plugging this into your outlet, and this plugs into a standard outlet. Plugging this into the outlet and then plugging your hair straightener into this allows you to say, when I drive away from home, turn this device off, and it will automatically cut the power to the hair straightener. So you
That's
never
perfect.
worry about leaving that on. Now, what are the concerns with leaving it? Why do you not want to leave your hair straightener on?
Obviously, a fire hazard. I keep stuff
Okay.
on my counter along with my straightener. Catch on fire.
So fire hazard's one,
Yeah.
and then also there's the being green, having the energy usage, reducing the amount of energy you're putting out into the world. So or pulling from the world. So having this plugged in will help you reduce your carbon footprint as well as being able to potentially solve the fire issue there. What else do you have plugged into your home?
I have my TV. I have different lamps.
Okay. Your TVs, stereos, things like that, use, some people call them vampire power, where even if they're plugged in and they're turned off, they're still connected. They're still sometimes doing updates or things like that.
Right.
If you didn't want it to do that, you wanted to reduce the amount of power you were using, you could plug your TV into this. The other thing that I've seen parents do is be able to plug a TV into this, especially video game systems, and when their kids refuse to come up for dinner or refuse to turn it off, they say, okay, I'm turning it off. And they can even create rules that say, only allow TV from this time to this time during the day. And if the kid tries to turn the TV on, it won't even turn on because it's plugged into one of these. It cuts the power
so
completely.
smart.
So it's a way of taking a device that was really originally designed for a lamp and saying, what else can we do with this? One thing that I love in my home is using it for my router. If your Netflix is bogged down or you're trying to stream videos or you need to reboot your router, most people have to go find the router in that closet, unplug it, wait for 30 seconds, plug it back in. With me, I'll either use my mobile app to go and find the router because it's plugged into one of these and just turn it off, or I'll even use voice control and say something like, Alexa, turn off the router. And voila, the router turns off. 20, 30 seconds later, I say, Alexa, turn the router on. It turns back on. It's now rebooting and doing what it needs to do, and I didn't even have to get off the couch.
So convenient.
Yeah, super convenient. So a lot of different applications here. Now you'll notice this has 3 holes and this has 2 holes. This bottom hole is called a ground.
Okay. So what's the difference between the two?
So the plugs that you have, you'll either get a 3-prong plug or a 2-prong plug.
Yeah.
A 2-prong plug is a lower voltage plug and is usually only found in lamps or really small things, phone chargers, things like that. So the difference is really the amount of energy this can do versus this one. This one is a lower energy one. The other difference is this is a dimmer. So if you've got a lamp, you could dim that lamp down and say, hey, I want this lamp to be at 25%, 30%, 50%, whatever. And you could choose the volume, or not the volume, but the energy level on that, as opposed to the outlet module, which is simply on or off. Some other ideas for outlet modules are space heaters, fans. I had a space heater down in my son's bedroom because he lives down in the basement. And he was always forgetting to turn it off when he'd go to school. So I would come home at the end of the day and see that his space heater is still on, running all day long.
Right.
Again, we created a rule that says at 7 a.m. you turn that space heater off. It was also a really good way of getting him out of bed in the morning.
Wakes him up, it's cold.
Yeah, heater turned off. I want to get out of bed quick and start moving because otherwise it's going to get cold in my room. So saving energy and all this. And through these smart devices, all the smart devices we have plugged into our home and connected, we personally have seen a savings of anywhere between $30 and $40 a month in our energy bills.
That's huge.
So really big savings. We don't use a lot of energy in our home, but for me personally, our bill was right around $100 to $125 a month. Our bill is now between $60 and $80 a month.
Wow.
Consistently.
Great job.
And it's because we've got rules that say things like when we leave home, turn off all these devices, turn off the smart light bulbs, turn down the thermostat, do all these things to save us energy when we're not there. So that right there could more than cover, for many people, the monthly monitoring cost of the system.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
So the light bulbs are nice. I like to use light bulbs in in places where I don't use a switch. You know, I've got some of those Z-Wave switches that replaces the in-wall switch. If you're going to go up and you've got the habit of going up and pressing the wall switch, a light bulb doesn't work as well. It still can, but more than once I tried using these in those scenarios, and I walked up to the light switch and the light switch is blocked off, and I said, oh, now I have to stand there, pull my phone out, log into my app, turn it on, or do it through voice control, which still works for some people. But I found these work really well in exterior lighting.
Oh, that's smart. I always forget to turn those on.
Yeah, so turning it on at night or turning it off in the morning, you know, again, you come home from work and realize my outdoor lights have been on all day. If you've got a smart light bulb that, again, easily installed, you could plug that in and make a rule that says turn on automatically at dusk, turn off automatically when it's morning time again. Or you could even program it to say turn on when the doorbell rings. Okay, if someone walks up and rings your doorbell, the light turns on. It's a nice little way of automating the home. You could put these in like utility closets or bedroom closets where you could say door open, turn on light.
I needed one in the basement when I was little.
Yeah.
That was always the worst.
Searching in the dark for that switch. Yeah, and you don't know where it is. Well, if you put one of these in there and then pair it with either a motion sensor that says when motion detected, turn on light, or when door opened, turn on light, then it allows you to, you know, kind of automatically turn the light on. I have one of these downstairs in my utility room, and you literally turn the light on when the door opens, and when the door closes, it turns itself back off again. We're never leaving it on because it literally doesn't stay on. So.
Is there a way to keep it on even once I close the door again? Can you set timers?
Yeah, so if you had a rule, let's say that you wanted to say when door open, turn light on. So you'd have a door sensor on that door. Say when door open, turn light on. But when door closed, it doesn't have a second command that turns it off. You could just say when door open, turn light on and leave on indefinitely. And then you would need to manually turn that on. Or you could say when door open, turn light on and leave on for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour.
Just be customizing to
Yeah, you customize based on your needs, whether you know that you're going to go in that room. And that for me, the judge is, am I going to spend time in that room with the door closed? If I go in my utility room or my storage room, generally I'm leaving that door open because whatever it is I'm getting, I'm walking out and it's a quick trip in there. But if it's a closet, for example, where you go and get dressed, maybe you've got a large walk-in closet, you go in there and you close the door afterwards for privacy, you don't want that light to turn off again. You'd say, close door, leave light on, but leave it only on for 30 minutes because you know it's within 30 minutes you'll walk back out again, or 15 minutes or whatever that time level is. So smart lighting is a really great way to save energy and a really easy way to automate the home. And once you've done a few of these, customers are really wanting more after that. They'll come to you and be like, hey, I want to get another bulb, I want to get another outlet module, things like that. So it's a nice upsell.
Realize how convenient.
They really do.